Hello everyone, welcome to Bee's Cocina. Today I am going to do zucchini fritters, and basically I am trying to add as much vegetable to my daughter's diet as possible. And it's so simple. All you have to do is grind your zucchini, cut it, the top and the bottom, and then you're gonna grind it in, where's my little, you're gonna grind it in this one, and then you're gonna need 2 zucchini to do this fritters first, and then after you're done grinding it, it's gonna look almost like this, like this. So once you're done, what you want me to do is do 1 teaspoon of salt. You can use any salt. I normally use my pink Himalayan salt, and what that's going to do is basically just gonna you're gonna mix it with the zucchini, and you're gonna have the zucchini is going to basically start releasing all the juices that it have, and then you're going to basically press your zucchini, and then you allow for 10 minutes after you put the salt in, and then your zucchini, you're gonna squish it with your hands, or if you want to use a cloth to squeeze it, just squeeze it as much as you can. You can do like this, you can squeeze it like this, and I use both of my hands, and you know my hands are clean, so you can do that. Use your hands if you want to. Then you have some of these added in. What I've been doing is I actually put a little bit of water, and they grow so fast, and they become, so there's like onions. I don't know how to say these onions, but this is what you need to put in, and at least you need to put at least half a cup. I put them already in there already, and the next step is going to be your dry ingredients. You're going to have a cup of flour, and you're going to add a cup of flour. You're going to do salt and pepper. I want half a teaspoon of salt and pepper. So half a teaspoon of salt again, and then half a teaspoon of pepper. I don't measure, I just put it in. I just do this to my thing, and then until I feel that I have half a spoon in there. You're gonna need a little bit of baking powder. You're gonna need a teaspoon of baking powder. Any baking powder will do. This is from Walmart, and it's great value. It's pretty simple. So you're gonna need baking powder. And what else did I put in? And I think that's it. Yeah, that's all you're gonna need. And then you're gonna mix all the ingredients together. What you're gonna do is add, this is your dry ingredients, and then you're gonna have your squash in here already. Your zucchini already grated, and with your little onions. I don't even know how to call them. What is the name of those things? Okay, well, I'll find out and I'll put it in the comment section. I can't remember the name of it on the top of my head, but you guys know what these are. So this is what you're gonna need to get things going. So we are doing. I'm trying to do this fritters so I can. Oh, I forgot. We need 2 beaten egg. Sorry. We need 2 beaten egg, and you can put it with the zucchini. And we put it in a little bowl, and then beat them, and then just throw it in the zucchini. I almost forgot the most important thing, which is the eggs. So after you have your 2 eggs, you're gonna beat them a little bit. Not beat them up, but beat them a little bit. And then you're gonna put it inside of the zucchini. It's going inside of the zucchini. And now everything else is going to go into your dry ingredients, okay? And we're gonna mix it until everything is pretty well mixed. And everything is going to be mixed, and it's gonna be like a little flutter. Let me mix it with that. Mix it with a fork, not with a mixer thing, because doesn't seem to be doing very well. Okay, but just mix it up. And this is how it's going to look when you're mixing it up. Okay, let me continue mixing it. So we need to mix it. And you're gonna mix it all together. Okay, come on, mix together. Sorry, today's Monday, so Monday we do some and of course you're gonna put like 2 or 3 teaspoons of olive oil or whatever oil you want to use to fry. It doesn't really matter. That's gonna be your preference. And I learned this from one of the YouTubers, you know. I'm always trying to look for new recipes and stuff. And this is something that definitely is worth. This is how it's gonna look after you're done. And because I'm not ready to fry mine yet, or maybe I should fry it, okay? And then you're gonna put a pan, and then I can always reheat it up in the air fryer later for my daughters. Okay, so you're gonna put a frying pan, and you're going to put at least 1 or 2 teaspoons of let me put this. I'm seasoning something, so I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator before it gets all bad. So I want to get that to happen. Okay, that's not gonna fit there. I have to start putting that in the refrigerator soon. Okay. So we are going to fry this now, and let's see how we do this. You guys know that I have my refrigerator little thing for my olive oil. That's the way that I get everything done. This zucchini, I'm gonna taste it because it's my first time doing this. I think it needs a little bit more salt. So you taste, and if you like the amount of salt that I have, perfect. If you have too much salt, you know, I'm using pink Himalayan salt, so it's a little bit different than regular salt. So I don't want it to taste. Oh, I think it's perfect. Okay, that tastes perfect. That definitely have a lot of. Hopefully, I'm not overdoing it. This is my first time doing this, so I am going to try to see how that goes. But zucchini, fried fritters, why not? It's almost time for my girls to come home soon, so of course I want to give them something special, and I hope they like this and they want to try it. My other frying pan. Okay. I do hope. Of course, I have my Curtis Stone frying pan that nothing stick to it. So I am doing that one, and you're going to put maybe two or three teaspoons, depending on how much you need it. Okay. And I think I'm gonna move you guys over there so you can see the process of it. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm charging my phone too. Okay, so here's the frying pan, and I am going to start frying them. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fry them early, and then just put in the air fryer to basically just warm them off for the girls. This way, when they come home, they're already done, and I don't even have to stress about it. Because sometimes frying things take time. Okay, let's do this. So I can put them up here. Maybe I can. This camera, I need to get a better stand. Sorry guys. I'm trying to get it level, but this is horrible. Okay, let me see if I can put you up here, and then nope, that's not gonna happen either. Okay, maybe up here. Okay, well, that's not working very well. But all you have to do is either grab 2 teaspoons. You can either grab a ice cream scooper. It's a perfect size for it. And all you have to do is just grab it. I'm washing it because it needs to be washed. So I'm gonna grab a scoop of it in the scooper. Oh, of course I didn't put the oil. Give me a second. We need the oil. So we need to put at least a couple teaspoons of oil. I would say between 3 and 4 should be fine. Up to you guys to decide what is best for you guys, but this is what I'm putting in. So hopefully that'll be good enough. Let me see if I find my other stand. Because this one is definitely not doing it. I got this stand at Walmart, and hopefully this will work and help me be more proactive and you guys being able to see it a little bit better, because sometimes recording and watching and being able to move around in a stand that is able to do stuff is sometimes so hard. Okay, well, sorry about that, guys, but that's the recording life. And I know that I'm still feeling like but I think this might work. I'm gonna put this here and there, and let's see how that works. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna try to see if I can take this out. If I cannot take it out, sorry guys. That's just the reality. It's so hard to get my videos to do what I wanted to. Okay, so there it is. My frying pan is frying, and we are going to do the fritters there, and they are going to just try to, okay, well, let's try to do like that. Hopefully that will help. Okay, hopefully it won't fall. But that's the fritters right there, and we're gonna grab a scoop, which is approximately 1 or 2 teaspoons, and then we're gonna put it in there, and we're gonna just, okay, be intelligent and just scoop it in. There you go. And then you can pat it down a little bit. Pat it down. And that's gonna be my first one in. You put a little bit of more flame, because the flame needs to be a little bit higher. And what you need to do is just leave it for 4 minutes. 4 minutes, and you pat it down. You can either use a fork, or you can use the same scoop that you actually use. So that's up to you guys to do. Think whatever you want to do. Okay, I'm gonna try to cut this part out. I don't guarantee you guys anything, but as you can see, it's a little hard to manage this new stand. Sorry, I am so sorry. I'm trying to do my best. So let me see what I can do. Okay. So there's supposed to be, I think that my phone is too big and basically doesn't actually stand up very, it doesn't actually do a very good job of standing up, because the mouth of the unicorn doesn't actually balance it out very well. Okay, I'm just gonna put it on top of something, and hopefully it will actually show you guys what to do. Anyway, forget about it. That's not working. Let's do the other one. Sorry guys, this is not working, so I'm just gonna try to do the best one with the one that I have. It's the best one. I guess sometimes trying to buy something and see if it's gonna work, it doesn't work sometimes. But my phone falls so many times that I decided to actually try to do. So here I go again with another one, and you can use this, the ice cream scooper, to scoop it in there, and then pat it down a little bit. And those fritters are gonna be so good, and your kids are gonna love it. I mean, this is the first time that I'm doing it, but I don't even know what I'm gonna tell the girls for them to eat them, and hopefully they eat all of it because I really made it with a lot of love, and I wanted them to actually have something with some greenery, you know. Zucchini is so good and nutritious that you need to include it in their diet. So if you do it in a fritters, I thought that they will actually do it better. You know what? I think I like it better with a fork, so I'm gonna pat it down with a fork so it could be mold perfectly. And then this fritters, I mean, they're very good. They seem. Let me see if I can turn the first one. Okay, I'm gonna turn this one, the first one that I made, and see how that goes. And all you need to do is give it, I want to say 4 minutes, and then turn it, and then, and then the fritters should be looking a little bit like, let me see, I have too much fire, okay. You want them 4 minutes each side, and then, you know, when they're done, you just make sure they're all crunchy and goody, you know, anything that have like a coating and have a beautiful coloring. Kids are gonna love. This is the first one that I just turned, and that's how it looks. I want to keep putting a little bit, putting another one in, and you can put as many as you want, or as many as you can in your frying pan. Whatever. Oh wow! I guess the juice in the you have to be careful. That was a little bit scary. But it must be that I'm not ready to move them. So I would say put a little bit more oil if you need to, which I feel like I need to. I'm gonna put a little bit more, and I'm gonna let it fry, because you know what? This is supposed to be fried fritters, and if you don't have enough oil, then it's not gonna be fried anymore. So let's keep that in mind. I'm gonna try to press down a little bit here. You want to make sure that everything is being coated properly. I would say the more that you press it down, the better it's going to be. Don't make them too thick, because sometimes the girls, if you make them too thick, then they're not gonna like. The smaller the better, I would say. So if you want to make like a teaspoon only, just go make a teaspoon only. You don't have to make as big as I'm making them. You can make them smaller, and they'll definitely enjoy it and appreciate it, because you know the mom put time to it. You know, my girls sometimes have a hard time you know, deciding what they like and what they don't like, but it's all about practicing and making sure that you make them taste good, you know. Okay. Put a little bit more fire because it's gonna need it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this tends to wander off a little bit. And when you turn it, be careful, because it's gonna splash a little bit, especially because zucchini have a lot of water, and you squish it out. But I didn't squish out all of it. I just squished out as much as I could. So that's all I did. And then the zucchini is going to be. And I'm gonna put it in the air fryer again, and they are going to be just heat up in the air fryer, so it's going to be fine. And my girls hopefully are gonna have it. This is gonna be my first time doing it, so I'm not sure. And I'm gonna report back to you guys in my next video and let you know how they did with it, if they like it, if they didn't like it. So this way, but the girl that actually was making it on the YouTube channel, I can't remember her name on the top of my head right now, but she said that her kids love it. So when someone tells me your kids love it, I was like, okay, I'll try. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try half of it. Instead of putting like the whole thing, I'm gonna try half of it. And I'm gonna try to make smaller fritters. Only because I know how picky my girls are. And smaller the better. And You can make it bigger or you can make it. So you put like 2 eggs in there. You put the zucchini, and you know, you grind the zucchini with your little grinder right here. This is the one that you're gonna use. Or if you have a processor, you know, that can do this kind, then you got it. It shouldn't be so complicated. But I'm not gonna bake them too much because my plan is to have them revisit again in the air fryer. And I know sometimes I don't like frying stuff. I don't like, you know, things to be fried too much. But if it's gonna be zucchini and my girls are gonna eat it, I'm willing to do anything. I'll do anything once and see how that goes. So I hope it does work out very well. Oh my god, I like it. I like it smaller better. So you guys decide. If you want to make it smaller, you can more than welcome to make it smaller. You can get like the meatball one, and I don't have a meatball one, but you can use the meatball instead of the spoon, instead of the ice cream scooper. So that's what I would recommend. I need to get like a meatball one, so I can do that. So then that's going to be. I'm going to show you how it's looking. They're looking pretty good. And I cannot wait to taste them and see how good they are. Ooh. And I'm not showing you what I'm doing sausage and rice. We normally do sausage and rice on Mondays, so hopefully my girls are not tired of it. But every Monday, they ask me for sausage and rice. It's like a non-stop thing. Sometimes I get tired, but I don't think I ever get tired of sausage and rice. It's something that, you know, it's like an emblem in our house. We always have it. It's like we need to have it. And that's basically how it goes. I mean, I would recommend not to make it so big because I do see that the middle is not as cooked as much. And that's how big the girl in the video actually made it. So I'm like, but you can make it smaller. Oh, I like the smaller, but much better. Yeah, much better, smaller. And it will make more for you too. It'll make definitely more, and you're gonna be. And it's so simple. I think the hardest ingredient is the baking powder. And if you have baking powder, you can go to the drugstore and get it. You know. I think it's the only ingredient that you might not have at home. But I don't know. I wouldn't say this, but if you don't have baking powder, maybe you can use a little bit of baking soda, because I think they have almost the same properties, I would say. But use baking soda. I mean, we use baking powder, because that's what the girls say the recipe. So I'm going with her recipe, so can't change it. But they're looking pretty good. And when you make it smaller, you don't have to wait as much. Maybe you wait like 2 or 3 minutes. The other ones are huge. I think I'm gonna make it smaller. Smaller is always better. There you go. So I'm gonna show you the small ones, and you're gonna see the small one right there. This is my small one right here, and those are the huge one. My frying pan is like 12 inches, so that's why I can able to fit so much in there. But you can see that the zucchini is abstracting all the oil. Of course, you're gonna have to put more oil in there because the zucchini is taking it in. But you don't want to leave them too long. And I am going to take them out now because they are going to the air fryer later, so they don't need to be done like completely. You guys probably need to do it completely, but for me right now, they look perfect. They look perfect, and I don't want them to burn. So when my girls get home, they can have them. And I'm gonna continue making them. Well, this one needs a little bit more time because it doesn't have that gold tone into it. How about you? How you look? Ooh, you look a little bit more toasty than normally. Okay. So yeah, that looks like a little bit more toasty. Okay. So yeah, and then you're going to make sure that you keep putting as much as you need. I would put half of it. I mean, I do not like things too big, and my girls don't like things too big, so I would say instead of putting the whole scoop in, just put half of it. And if you have like a scooper that that does like it's easier to maneuver it too, and to make it squash a little bit. So what you need to do is just make sure that you, let's see if I can put it together. This one is like a little bit apart. Okay. So make sure that you go back and make sure that it's like even enough, so you can see, so your fritter looks balanced. At least that's how I like it. Lower a little bit because this thing is burning. Okay, let's take this one out. This one looks like it's ready to come out. Yep, that's ready to come out, and this one is ready to come out too. There you go. And this one, ouch. Okay, so much for that. This one might need a little bit more. Yep. So I noticed that it's done faster when you actually do it smaller too. When you do it so big, it takes a long time to be done. So this is basically how they look, the fritters. And I'm going to taste the smaller size. Sorry, let me just put this light back on. Maybe the battery just died. Okay, the battery died. I have one of those little lights that I put in my. I just have to fill it up, or it's getting heat up too much with the stove. That's why. Okay, so the fritters look. If you make them smaller, believe me, they're gonna be much better. So try to make them smaller. I'm gonna try. This is going to be my first time trying this. I recommend you putting like a little towel underneath it to drain as much oil as possible, because you don't want to eat too much oil. But look, it doesn't even release too much oil. So oh wow, this is very good. Wow. Oh wow, I definitely recommend it. I taste a little bit of the baking powder. Maybe I shouldn't mix it a little bit more, but wow. This is how they look inside. Well, I definitely recommend it. Thumbs up. It's a great way of getting your kids to have your vegetable, and that I definitely approve it, because anything that gets your kids to eat more vegetable and zucchini. Wow. It tastes like almost like my Puerto Rican bacalaito almost. Except without the fish taste to it. You could maybe add fish to it if you want to, and make it even better. I would recommend adding a little bit of fish, or crab meat would be good. I don't think I have it. Do I have it? That would be amazing. But I can't, because I'm almost done with it. But next time, crab meat, yeah. Oh yeah. A little bit of crab meat with this. Oh my god, this is like, it will be fantastic. I definitely recommend it, and I definitely think that you guys need to try this zucchini fritters. Please try it and let me know what you think. I definitely love it, and I think the girl that made it was key on. The kids are gonna love it too. It's toasty, it's crunchy. What's not to like? And on top of that, you're frying it, so anything that you fry with the kids, they're gonna love. So I definitely recommend. I want to get all of it, to tell you the truth. It's so good that I want to get everything from even the leftover. Next time I'm gonna make them a little bit smaller though. I think a smaller will be better. Don't make them so big. I I recommend a little bit smaller because you definitely want to. You definitely want to have as much as you can. And I know my girls are probably gonna want more than just one. So if you make big ones, I don't know if they're gonna have the whole thing by themselves, but if you make them smaller, they will have them better and they're gonna like it better. You know, it almost remind me almost like pancakes, to tell you the truth. It's like almost like the same mixtures of pancake, but instead you have zucchini inside. And my girls have already tried the spinach with their spinach with pancakes. So I mean, you're using flours, you're using everything that you need to do, and it's pretty good. I mean, it should be amazing. This thing doesn't have a handle, so I have to get something to open it. But yeah, okay guys, well, this is my zucchini fritters video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It going pretty good. I like it. This is how they look, and they look pretty good. This is how the big ones look. They look good, but I have to say I like better the small one, the small version. Maybe I cut them in 4, this ones, so they can be done better in the I cut them in 4. This way they have, but you know, you don't make too much when you make them so big, and you definitely don't want to do that. You want to make as much as you can, and especially when you have a family of 4, you want to be able to make as much as you can. So I definitely recommend, take your time, make them smaller. You can, if you have a spoon, use a spoon, or you can use a meatball little holder thing, the one that you use to make meatballs, if you have those. I don't have it. I normally make meatballs with my hands, but that's a good idea to try to work on it and try to get one of those for this occasion, because this will actually be a very good idea to do. Well guys, this is my fritters, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And that's what we're having for dinner, fritters with sausage and rice. So and I hope that you guys enjoy this, and that you do it for your kids, and hopefully that they'll like it too. I'll see you next time on Be Cocina, and I hope you have a good time. Bye bye.